Long ago, in a prosperous kingdom, there lived a wise king who deeply cared about his people. Although the kingdom was successful and peaceful, the king noticed something troubling. Whenever a problem appeared, people were quick to complain, but very few were willing to take responsibility and solve it. The king wanted to teach his people an important lesson they would never forget. One night, he ordered his servants to place a huge stone in the middle of the kingdom's busiest road. The stone was so large that it blocked much of the path. After giving the order, the king hid nearby to watch what would happen. The next morning, people began traveling along the road. The first person to arrive was a wealthy merchant. As soon as he saw the stone, he became frustrated. "This is ridiculous," he said. "Why hasn't someone removed this obstacle?" He complained for several minutes, carefully guided his cart around the stone, and continued on his way. A little later, several government officials passed by. They noticed the stone and immediately started criticizing the people responsible for maintaining the roads. "This is unacceptable," one official said. "Someone should be punished for this negligence," another replied. Yet none of them attempted to move the stone. They simply walked around it and continued their journey. As the day went on, many others encountered the obstacle. Farmers, traders, travelers, and soldiers all stopped to look at it. Nearly everyone complained. Some blamed the government. Others blamed the workers responsible for the roads. However, not a single person tried to remove the stone. Hidden behind a group of trees, the king watched everything unfold. He listened to every complaint and observed every reaction. As evening approached, a poor young farmer named Daniel walked down the road, carrying a heavy sack of vegetables on his back. He had spent the entire day working in the fields under the hot sun. His clothes were dusty, and he was exhausted. When Daniel reached the stone, he stopped. For a moment, he thought about walking around it like everyone else. After all, he was tired, and removing the stone was not his responsibility. But then he imagined an elderly person struggling to get past it. He thought about children who might get hurt trying to climb around the obstacle. The more he thought about it, the more he felt that someone needed to do something. Daniel set his sack on the ground and placed both hands against the stone. He pushed. Nothing happened. He took a deep breath and pushed again with all his strength. The stone did not move. Sweat rolled down his face as he continued trying. Several people passing by laughed at him. "You're wasting your time," one man shouted. "That stone is too heavy. Just go home," another said. But Daniel refused to give up. Again and again, he pushed with everything he had. His arms ached, his legs trembled, his back hurt. Every muscle in his body felt exhausted. Still, he kept going. Finally, after many determined attempts, the stone began to move. At first, it shifted only slightly. Then it rolled a little farther with each push. Encouraged by his progress, Daniel gathered every bit of strength he had left and gave one final push. The stone rolled completely off the road. Daniel collapsed to the ground, breathing heavily, but feeling proud that he had cleared the path for others. As he rested, he noticed something unusual. Beneath the spot where the stone had been resting was a small wooden box. Curious, he picked it up and opened it. Inside was a pouch filled with gold coins. Daniel's eyes widened in disbelief. There was also a folded note. With trembling hands, he opened the note and began to read. It said, "This reward belongs to the person who removed the stone from the road. Many people saw the obstacle. Many people complained about it. Many people waited for someone else to solve the problem. But you chose to take action. Remember this lesson. Every obstacle presents an opportunity for those willing to make an effort." At the bottom of the note was the royal seal. Daniel could hardly believe what he was reading. At that moment, the king stepped out from behind the trees. Startled, Daniel immediately bowed. The king smiled warmly and helped him to his feet. "My son," the king said, "today you have taught this kingdom a valuable lesson." Daniel looked confused. "Your Majesty, I only moved a stone." The king shook his head. "No, Daniel, you did much more than that. Others saw a problem and searched for someone to blame. You saw a problem and decided to become part of the solution." The king's words quickly spread throughout the kingdom. Soon, Everyone heard the story of the farmer who found treasure beneath the stone. However, the greatest reward was not the gold. The greatest reward was the lesson. People began to understand that success does not come from complaining about obstacles. Success comes from facing challenges, taking responsibility, and acting when others refuse to. Daniel used the gold wisely. He improved his farm, helped his family, and supported those in need. But the lesson he learned that day remained far more valuable than any treasure. He realized that obstacles are not always placed in our path to stop us. Sometimes they are placed there to reveal our strength, test our character, and uncover opportunities we would never have found otherwise. Moral of the story: successful people do not complain about problems. Solve them. Every obstacle hides an opportunity, but only those who take action will discover it.